Here we are, it is NewMutator, and we're live. Well, not live exactly. I keep saying we're live, but we're not. These are actually pre-recorded, but I am joined by PunkUser.
That's slightly more live than just recording yourself, I guess.
Slightly more, yes. PunkUser graciously agreeing to join me once again in the DE4. So thanks to him, and thanks to everybody else who may also be shoutcasting with me. I've had I've talked to a couple of people, so we'll see what happens with that. So stay tuned, as there may be more Dualcasts on the way. But this is game number 5 between R3 and the Silent Sentinels. R3 is eliminated already. They did lose game number 4, and so they've lost the match already 3-1. This is game number 5, so they can nab the win here and maybe even things out a little bit, but they are going to be eliminated, and the Sentinels are going to advance to their second bottom bracket match in the DE4 against the Southern Parkings, which I have not yet casted, but I will get to that eventually. Kremisi, I already said he's captaining for R3. Muse, Rat King, August, and K-Size joining him. They're going to be facing against the black team, the Sentinels in the south. Asmo, Lizard King, Roadkill, Toxin, Monty, Milkman, Honky, and Smack My Bitch Up. So we'll see exactly what transpires.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic map and game mode, so it should be interesting to see how they play it.
Yeah. I mean, when you play this map, what are some things that you think about? What are some things that you notice? Because I have noticed that you tend to notice things that I might not notice, if that makes sense.
Oh, I certainly don't consider myself an expert. I don't do a lot of captaining myself in the big two teams. I'm normally more of a follower, but on this map, normally, you know, not most of the time you leave sort of a bit of a token force back at your back ones just to prevent sort of flanking Gull from getting it, and then you park the majority of your force on one of your two outer ones near the mid there, right?
Yeah, I just want to point something out.
Sometimes people sort of rush through mid as well. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, R3 opting to take some archers, and the Sentinels not taking any archers whatsoever.
Yeah, no archers is a little bit odd on this, but maybe they're just gonna rush. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I was when I casted this particular game in the Southern Parking and Timecox match with Kruniak. He was mentioning that archers and dwarves posted up on these ramparts can be devastating, especially if you decide to defend these back flags. And I'm thinking that R3 might choose to do that. I mean, when I say that, defending one or more of these back flags. But
flag captured.
I don't know. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it can be pretty brutal.
Uh-oh.
Flag captured.
PunkUser, are you here? PunkUser, come in, PunkUser.
You know, too much force back.
Oh my word! It's like the fabric of space-time is being ripped apart. Oh, here you are.
Hello.
Hello, PunkUser. Welcome back.
All right. Working again? All right,
yes, Rat King's being chased down his scout goal there by Monty, but he manages to slip away. Now in the mid, there's a whole bunch of stuff happening. A mid battle. Yeah, that tends to be the case, right?
I think R3.
R3
unless R3 does something stupid, they got more stuff.
Ooh, did you see that? There was some kind of bomb of some sort. 92 to 85%.
I think one of the Gull was carrying a satchel.
Only one, huh?
I'm not sure. It could have been multiple.
Yeah, it looks like R3 with the momentum, 92 to 85%. It looks like they're going to be able to push the Sentinels out of this position. We see a Pus going down, but unable to connect.
That would have been a good one, though.
That would have been pretty good, but Roadkill's going to turn around and maybe suffer some losses. And what the heck was that? I don't know, Muse kind of self-destructing his Pus there.
Yeah.
I didn't quite see what exactly
Could
happened.
have been an auto.
Uh-oh. Yeah, here you are. PunkUser, are you here? Come in, PunkUser. Uh-oh.
It's the worst.
Oh no.
Yes.
Rat King
I can hear
is
you.
being run down. Oh, okay, great. Excellent. So PunkUser is with us. After all was said and done.
Just very lagged.
Yeah, we did mention the fact that he was undergoing some lag. I feel pretty bad because we were kind of on a roll with that, doing the first 3 games. I felt pretty good coming into game number 4, and then I had to go, something came up, but so then we had to wait to cast the other 2 games. And now that we're back and attempting to cast them, I feel as if now PunkUser is undergoing a few connection issues of his own. But
that's all good.
So it goes. Yeah,
Such
that's
is life.
Exactly. In the meantime, 86% R3 is enjoying a slight advantage. It looks like they are going to take flag 5, and they're going to push down to take flag 6 as well.
Flag captured.
I'm trying to figure out where the majority of their forces are. I mean, they got this group in the mid, and they got a couple at base, but
Whoa.
it seems naively like R3 has more stuff.
What the
when
heck
looking
was
at the map.
that? I didn't even see. Oh, I think those satchels exploded somehow. But yeah, there's a live pus there. If there's a goal anywhere, it can pick up that pus on flag 6, or Milkman can attempt to blow that up. He is, I think, using these satchels to try to fend off the impending R3 onslaught. His dwarf does end up getting healed.
He's gonna lose this one though.
Yeah, it's very possible that he does lose. It's not looking like he can last forever against those archers. And
yeah, I think he's just trying to delay, but
I don't particularly understand the pussing of R3 in this map. It seems like they're, oh my goodness, that dwarf on the ramparts, Asmo, able to take out R3's dwarf, and I think
that's what you were saying, eh? Yeah,
Yep.
dwarf up top, pretty brutal.
Yeah, I think R3 had they pushed, and really this counter attack by Monty, it's poised to do quite a bit. It's going to be able to tag at least one of these back flags, and it may work out for the Sentinels. We'll see. As R3, I think they're going to be pretty much confined. They're going to have to find a different way.
Seems like they're going to turtle up because they got 6 first, right? If they can hold these last 2, they can still win.
I would think they would have already began to turtle, but I think they're still.
Well, they do got the majority of the force back there already, right? Smack my bitch ups melee has come back.
Yeah, but but the thing is, the Sentinels are in the lead at this point. Yeah.
Yes, that's what I meant. The other way around. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what R3 is going to do. I think they possibly made an error when by letting the Sentinels kind of get in here, and then trying to take these back flags. I think was kind of a strategic oversight on the part of R3.
Yeah.
Although, how could they have known that Sentinels would have reacted the way they did? The Sentinels reacting, pretty much perfectly. So that dwarf goes down on flag 1. Nice work by Monty in being able to take him out. Yeah, I think R3 is going to try to sneak in, but I think that effort is going to be doomed, as so many dwarves on the ramparts. I think Sentinels wisely taking. I don't know if they took a maximum dwarves, but they took quite a few.
You can go all the way around on the bottoms and sort of get a little bit away. You'll still take some dwarf stuff on the way by, though.
Yeah,
so
it's that tree,
clear.
This tree thing here. It's gonna make your units kind of path around it, and then the dwarf, if he's positioned just so, he's going to be able to rain down bottles from above, and if he can control click, or even if he doesn't control click, it's gonna
looks like they're trying to run by. Yeah, this is the other thing
they're trying to hug
if they stay near the
rampart.
wall.
Yeah, so if he tries to throw, oh, he did control click there, but it is going to bounce. That's gonna be
Yeah.
hard because now how are they gonna spring from this position?
Yeah, they're a little pinned now, which is a bit of an issue. But
Yeah, so this is Muse. We see Muse, and Smack My Bishop is going to try to push him into range for this dwarf. And
I mean, even these archers are gonna have a hard time getting that dwarf off there.
yeah, all that dwarf needs to do is dodge just a little bit, and the arrows not very effective. Not all that effective coming uphill like this. And we saw one of Muse's units being blasted there. I think one of those warriors a little bit overzealous and managed to get himself killed. And what's going on here? We have Rat King's forces. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Yeah, I was trying to look at that to see if maybe they were gonna try to sneak in while they were distracted, but they got dwarves everywhere.
Yeah,
they got 6 dwarves. So.
They have so many dwarves, and it's this defense is practically impregnable. Now we see Honky saying if they were smart, they would have flamed you out. But I don't know. Do we have any flame arrows? We do have a 1 flame arrow there for K-size, 2 flame arrows. So only 2 flame arrows remaining in possession of K-size there. So many flame arrows were used at the beginning there. And nice dodge there by Muse.
Yeah, very well played.
Dodging that pus. And what's going
you know
on
what?
here?
I don't know. Ultimately, like these guys can hold for a long amount of time here.
And here we go. August and Rat King are attempting to infiltrate here, but taking a lot of damage. Yeah, it's now 68-65%. So their lead has just left. Their lead is now gone.
They did sneak a few in, but I mean,
3.
it's not even enough to. Yeah, it's definitely not enough to take a flag, and not even enough to kill the thrall and go up and get the dwarf.
Beautiful shot by Asmo there. That is killer. They are able. They're spreading here. Wise thing to do. Spread.
Oh, they took out the dwarf on top of the bottom.
Yes.
Didn't even see that. Very nice.
They did do that. And they're going to try to take out Milkman's dwarf here, but it's going to be very difficult for them to do so. But Smack My Bishop is going to engage, and now it's anybody's game. Interesting.
Yeah, I just don't know whether they have enough. Oh my goodness.
Interesting shot by K-size,
Yeah.
doing a lot of damage to his own units in the process. And wow, some more friendly fire by Milkman. Interesting shot there. And yes,
they really needed that melee to get through. I don't know.
R3 just collapses there. And I don't know if they have enough units remaining, 26% to 48% at this point.
No, there's no way.
Monty is, doing some harass on the flag. I think he might be able to take this flag eventually, actually, if he's able to. If Kremisi's thrall remain frozen in place like they are, I think he might be able to micromanage those goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
1 minute remaining.
2 of them are pretty low, 1 or 2 hits away, so... Oh, he's throwing stuff at him.
Right, yeah. And, but Kremisi's kind of preoccupied over here, trying to help out K-size. And I think that the Eastern R3 force is pretty much over, pretty much done with. As that Stygian cleans up that... Oh, yeah, there he goes. The Archer's the last to die, actually, trying to get one last shot off on Milkman. 30 seconds remain, and it looks like Sentinel's going to get the default win here.
Yep.
Nice turtle strategy, as you referred to it.
It worked out well. I guess, yeah, they were able to grab all those extra flags. That was good job.
Yeah, and actually Monty is not going to be able to take flag 1. He lost just too many of his goals, even though these thrall are all really low in health. I just don't think that that singular goal going to be able to do that. And yeah, Rat King trying to
I was a little
contest.
worried about I was a little worried about no archers at the start because it makes it hard to push flags, but I guess they managed to just run out and grab enough right off the bat.
Yeah, I guess their strategy was to somehow find themselves in the lead and then just fall back to their home base, these 2 flags at their home, and maybe just play the defensive game with those dwarves like they did. I don't see how that could have gone any better for the Sentinels in terms of that defense. They managed to take out a superior force in numbers at least. And save, and neither one of these flags was actually tagged by R3. So yeah, that worked out for the Sentinels. They were able to hold on in Game 5 and win 4 out of 5 here in their bottom bracket match against R3. Yeah, let's look at some of these numbers. Kramisi, 12 kills, 72 losses, or 72 damage, I should say, 15 losses. K-Size, 13 kills, 10 losses, 85 damage. Muse, 86 damage. Yeah, I'd say K-Size did fairly well, but his dwarf, that one dwarf shot, just killed so many units, and a lot of them were his own units, I think. So
yeah.
I don't know. That was kind of a crapshoot, that shot.
Yeah, I mean, they were down. He did have fewer melee, but I think he could have done a little bit better job trying to lob it over and do a little bit more damage to them.
Yeah, I don't know. That was a good try. That was, but the result was that that whole eastern force ended up getting cleaned up, not really able to make a dent. Yeah, I don't know what he could have done differently. You know, I guess control click a little, slightly
further away.
Different place. Yeah. But
I'm not convinced even if he got a perfect shot there, that would have made much more of a difference. So.
PunkUser, I think he just dropped a lot of change on the floor.
It was metal.
So yeah, looking at Sentinel smack my bitch up, ended up with 86 damage, 10 kills for him, and I think that was him that engaging with K-Size there in the east, and I think that kind of was a game-changing decision, deciding to, instead of playing just a purely defensive game, just running in there and trying to clean up that force when he did. That could have backfired on him, but he managed to hold on, and it worked out for the Sentinels in the end. So yeah. What do you think of this series altogether, PunkUser? If you have, do you remember the games that we casted the other day?
That's a good question. Not too well, but I'm glad it wasn't completely a blowout, right? The games were overall pretty decent, and R3 took one of them. That's nice.
Yeah, it's always good.
But yeah, I'd say overall, if I recall the other games, they were outplayed. So this is the result that expect wasn't an upset or something. But they had fewer players for a bunch of them too, so that certainly factors in.
Yeah, and actually we noticed August, he's myopic Mither. He played a pretty minor role in this game as well. 7 losses. He lost everything. I think he was with Rat King trying to break into the middle portion of that fortress, and not really able to. That didn't really get off the ground at all. They had Asmo's dwarf there, and actually Asmo had both those dwarves. How did Asmo do? I'm curious to see. Yeah, 10 kills for him, 68 damage. I think Asmo played almost pure defense this game.
Yeah, but that's where most of the action actually happened. So.
Yeah, like he's on both of these back flags, and he has both of those dwarves there. So, yeah, it makes sense. Makes sense that he did fairly well, even though he played purely defense. Thrall and dwarves, I think, was all he had. And yeah, these units here, completely obliterated by Asmo. So. Yep, Rat King and Myopic Mither, aka August, not able to make a dent in the Sentinel defense. I think that's enough about this match. I really can't find anything else to say about it.
Yep, no, think we covered it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. PunkUser and NewMutator bringing you this match. There's only a couple left to go. Hopefully you stick around for those. We'll see you then.